kick back, unwind, and enjoy a rare find. Today, we have 7 rare finds, starting off with 2 pretty unusual, well, not unusual, pretty extraordinary rare finds. Rare finds number 1 and 2 are 2 Game Boy Colors. Hey look, there's me on the Game Boy Color. Kinda. That's pretty cool. But these were in the Goodwill outlet bins. There was a box, and somebody had torn off one side of it, and there were a bunch of computer tuners and printer cartridges and stuff, but then I tore off the other side of the box. And I saw these right away, and I was like, oh my god. Everything else in the box was kind of junky, but these 2 beautiful babies, they are not. And I never had these. I only had the original Game Boy, which is this one right here. Well, one box variation. This is the box that I remember getting. And then, of course, my Game Boy looked like this. I think it was 1989. But I don't have any Game Boy Color games to test, so I'm going to try them eventually. This one's missing the battery cover, and it was owned by Anthony. I'm assuming both of them were, but do you need 2 Game Boy Colors? I don't know. You tell me. Next up, we have the G.I. Joe Brawler. It's from 1990, and it's missing a ton of parts, but it was at the bins, so it doesn't really weigh much. I guess it was like $1.50 or $2 or something like that. Still looks pretty cool. I'm sure there's some pieces on here that someone's missing from their Brawler that they want to add from my Brawler to their Brawler. And then the last 4 are the VHS tapes. And there's a funny and cool story that goes along with this. I found a sealed box that just said video movies on it, and I knew right away what that meant. Nobody had bothered to look at it, so I just took it and I opened it up after I was done looking around at everything else. Yeah, mainly a bunch of westerns and things that I wasn't really interested in. But I found 4 others around in the blue bins, so let's check them out. First up, we have The Princess Bride, and this is, I believe, the first release on VHS from 1987. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right, and I haven't seen it for a long time either, and I don't have this yet. Now is the time to watch it. Dancing Grannies? This is kind of a meme amongst the VHS collectors, and I've found a couple other Dancing Grannies tapes, but I don't think I've seen this one. It is Mature Fitness, and it says new Dancing Grannies. Are the Dancing Grannies in this one new, or is it a new tape that they made? Red Letters, Guilt, Sin, Temptation. I've never heard of this before, and it seems to be kind of uncommon, so I just figured I'd pick it up and watch it and see what happens. And then the last tape and the last rare find is a Chuck Norris movie called Hellbound. Mess with this Chicago cop, and there's hell to pay. I tried to take off this 30-year-old masking tape, but it doesn't really come off pretty well. So if you have any tips as to how to get rid of that, let me know. And one of my friends talking about this movie, and I quote, he said, "That's absolutely terrible." Well, that's it. And remember, like Indiana Holmes always says, keep up the grind, and you get a rare find.